What is going on, everybody? Lukey Boy here. So what we're going to be talking about today is I'm going to be running over my November other profitable NFT flips. I was going to do them in individual videos, but I'll blitz through them right now because it's just going to be fun and easy, and everyone wants to just see where I got the profits probably from now than rather than later. So the first one I'm going to start off with is NFT Worlds. Now, obviously, most of you should have seen recently that a lot of the metaverse style lands where you can go into like a land or whatever, it was pumping like crazy, and actually NFT Worlds did not really pump, and so I quite like the concept. You can actually connect up Minecraft to this, and then you can go into your world and you can mine and do shit basically to your game, to your island, to land, and when you go out and save it, your land will update. So you can see someone has basically changed their whole map to be this face, and the ones that are sold for the highest, if you really wanted to see, if you jump into here, this one sold for 23 ETH because someone built a big old fat home on it, and basically someone bought that, and you can go and hang out with your friends, and they're also introducing like currency and stuff, so you know, you want to go there, with people that are there, then you can pay to do it and all that kind of thing. But anyway, the price of this that I purchased it for was 0.14 ETH. Now if you jump back to here, this is actually the one that I had. You can see here I bought it here a month ago for 0.14, and I sold it 3 days ago for 0.39, and guess what happened? Somebody yesterday sold it for 0.85. The person that bought it off me sold it on. So, you know, obviously that was about £1,500 loss, because really I could have potentially sold it for that, and I only listed it for that, and it sold pretty quick, and maybe I should have pumped the price up a little bit more. That's the issue with sometimes selling. It's not always as easy to identify what the sell price is, but hey, you have to learn, and yeah, profit's profit, and also you have to learn from somewhere by having this happen, and next time I will be more careful, and then more careful again after that if it keeps happening, and so on and so on and so on. Usually I'm relatively good, but because I only had one of these, it was a little bit more difficult to identify. There's certain things you can go and look at for rarity and stuff, but someone right now is trying to sell it for 2.5. You know, anyone can select a price to sell it for, obviously someone's got to buy it. But that was one of my flips. So 0.14 here to 0.39. I don't really care too much it went up, you know, because again, I'm new. Like, I don't expect to get, you know, every single slither of the pie. I'm just looking to get what I feel is good for now, and I can scale and improve over time, just like any business, or even like an Amazon business. So the next one is Cypherian Flash. So I actually minted 5 of these. This is just one of them. I'm not going to go into every single link, but I minted one of these, and you can go in here and actually read the contract. I minted these, and I basically paid 0.5 ETH for 5, and then some gas. Well, some gas, but to me that's some, because of the total price was 0.6545. And I then went and sold them, not for much more. So if you basically go 0.65 divided by 5, you get 0.13 each. This one I sold for 0.155, and just so you can see, I sold them for different amounts. That's my buy price. Yeah, my sell price is here. So these ones I also, well, this is after fees, that's why it's not 0.155. But this one was a more rare, and actually, weirdly, I identified this was a rarer one. The rarity is because you would look here, like, it's a phase walker, and there's less phase walkers. It's because I actually saw someone bid on this before I could see what this was, before reveal, and that bid on that only one made me think that they've clearly seen that this is a rare card NFT, because all my others didn't have any bids, and so therefore I sold the others before reveal. Basically, before reveal means before you even know what it is. You don't know if it's rare, common, all that kind of thing. And then I kept this one because I was like fishy. I was like, why did someone bid on it? And it happened to be a rare, and then I was able to sell it for, where is it here? Almost double my profit. So I actually sold it, yeah, and I able to, oh, you can't see the headers on here, but that's my profit figure. So I almost doubled the profit because I kept it. It revealed, then it was a rarer one, so it sold for more. Again, and I did that obviously on all of them, and I didn't make crazy profits. If you actually look, I only made 0.19 ETH, which would be like 600 quid for all of that. But hey, that was over a couple of days, and you know, potentially I could have, you know, as in I've made more on one transaction, and this was like five transactions. But I'm more looking at it as a group, and I'm more looking to build confidence early on and profits. So yes, I didn't maximize that world one, but I'm still making profits. I'm still going in the right direction. Again, Cypher, part of the same group as the other one I just showed you. Same group as this, Siphon Nekos and Enus. They're just a different species or whatever. I've been flipping these for a while. Not this exact one, but basically I purchased it for here 22 days ago to 0.235, and I sold it for 0.33. And I basically did the same for all of these. I purchased it for these prices. This one was a rarer one. Again, the same reason. Go into properties. It was a so that's not always what happens, but this normally identifies the rarity, but always, so you can see here, it's got a Pharaoh's arm, like it's got 2% trait there, 2% trait there, 4, 3, 3, as in it's got many traits that are low. So even though the sub race isn't the rare, all of those others make it 800 rank out of 10,000. And so, but you normally have software that can tell you the rank, and that then gives you an identification of what's rare and what's not, ultimately. And so on these, I basically bought some. You can see here, I ran at 2.3, but this one was a bit rarer, so I paid more. I didn't make that much profit on that rare one. Well, I didn't make much profit on any of them. 0.25 on 4. Well, not much profit, of course. For some people, that's going to be a lot of profit. But, I didn't make like 5 ETH or 1 ETH, yeah? And I basically, apart from that one, I pretty much just tried to buy a bag. And I could have bought more, but again, I don't want to put all my eggs in one basket. I don't want to go and buy like 40 of these and find out that I now stuck with them or something like that. I want to be a little bit more careful and spread around where my investments are going. Definitely while I'm only like 3 months into the journey. Yes, I could probably have like done that 8 times and made double the profit, but I want to, I want to learn. I want to get stuck in with different things and see what fits best. And again, 888 Genesis. So some more bits that I did. I noticed these 888 Genesises. This is just a one. There's not different. There's no rarities, nothing. All it is, it's like a ticket. It gives you access to stuff. So there is 8,888 of them. There's this one page, and basically this is all of the ones that are listed for sale. If you see what I mean, you literally just buy it. That's the price for the cheapest one of these. And so it's just one page here. It's just a screenshot picture. It's irrelevant what the picture is. It's basically, it gives you access to like special drops, whitelists, basically early access to stuff, cheap entry for things and that kind of thing. So it's like a ticket rather than it, each NFT does different things basically. And I just identified really on the charts. Pretty much it was dropping. See here, November 13th, 0.43. Let's see when I bought in. Well, this one I bought in 13th. And here 0.37, November 27th. I don't think I got in there. I got in here. Yeah, that's why I paid a bit more. That's why I paid a bit more up here somewhere. But basically I just played, if you look at 90 days, you can't see it so much there. I just noticed this was going down to about 0.4-ish. Doesn't have to always go down that low. And it was going back up to about 0.65. Relatively fast. Within a couple of days it can do that. And it did it here twice because I basically sold it. Oh, actually no, I sold them all. So I just did it once this month. But I basically used, on an average, obviously I take an average more than I worry about trying to get all of them at the same price. That was a really good buy. That one maybe not so much, but again, I have to learn. That's why the profit wasn't as much. But I made 0.39 ETH on those. And again, if Ethereum's worth 3,000 and a bit pounds, that's almost half an ETH. That's about £1,200 profit just of those 3. And again, I could have done that on more. Yeah, I could have bought 6. But again, I got to buy them and hold them, so it costs more money. And I don't want to spread my liquidity, my balance on one thing. I want to have a bit of a spread. So if one doesn't work out as I expected, I'm able to jump around and still make some profits in other areas and wait for that to play out. And again, obviously, this one I mentioned on the group already. This was a bent. I minted this. I actually played this quite well. Well, I did and I didn't. I minted this 4 days ago for 1 ETH in total, and I sold it. So I bought it on November the 29th, 6:48 p.m, and I sold it on November 30th for almost double. And someone actually flipped it again for a little bit of a profit, like zero, a little bit. But I made 0.75. You can see here, ETH, which is about £2,000. No, £3,200, £3,000, whatever it is. Because I wasn't sure where, that was enough money for me. Again, I didn't maximize it. This person actually, within like, did he actually? I bought it at 7:23. Oh my god, he bought this at 7:23 p.m. At 7:42 p.m. 15 minutes later, he sold it for 2.48. Crazy. Again, you got to decide what is enough profit for you. Are you happy to in one day make $3,000, whatever it ended up being, $2,500? I'm happy. Yes, I could have made more, but you can hold forever and wait forever. And actually what happened, like pretty much that next morning, the floor price is now 0.9. So this floor price got to 2 point something. So this price was, these that look so much better than mine. Did you see, did you actually see what mine looked like? Mine wasn't that good at all. Like I didn't like the picture. Because the thing is, you don't know what you're getting. That's ultimately what happens. Why can't we see it? Here we are. Look at that one. That looks so much better. Do you not think? So much more cool than this green thing. And it's probably rarer too. Yeah, look at these traits. Some of these traits, not all of them. Ember, 2%. I had some alright traits, 4%, 7%. But it wasn't very good, basically. I didn't like it either. So I flipped it. And now the floor price is under what the mint was. So people are now, in theory, if they minted at 1 and they're selling it here, they're going to lose money. And I almost, I made a couple of, so I had decided, and I didn't know where the top would be. That person sold at 2.49. But it could have gone to 3 or 4 ETH. But the thing is, you don't know where that is. And so that's why I think in some instances, I could have waited and made more money. But in some instances, I'd rather take it now because of the unknowns of the future. And so in total, in terms of profits, I made here 2.04 ETH. And if you just want to see it as of today, what that converts to, what is it, 2.04? £7,100 in November. And even though I, in theory, could have made an extra, something like this, just by waiting a day or two on some of the stuff. But yes, I could have, but also I might still be stuck with this bend because it wouldn't have sold if I listed it higher. And then the price would have come back down, and then I wouldn't have sold it because it was too cheap. I didn't want to sell it at a low price. And it doesn't mean that this won't go back up in the future and stuff like that. Of course it won't, because it's brand new. It only came out the other day. But that's where you've got to decide what is right for you, and that was enough. That was happy. I'd rather have the money to take the profits, and I can then use that to buy something. Maybe I can go and find this 888. Maybe this comes down to 0.4 tomorrow. But if I didn't have that cash available because I've got it tied up in one of these bents, then I can't buy this and then make money. It's like with Amazon. You get your money back quick and you can buy something else and make profit with that profit. But if you hold out for a higher price, you can't get that cash back from Amazon yet. You can't sell the product, and then you've got to wait, and then you're not making any profit with that money anymore. But if you keep circling your money out real fast with Amazon, you can make 3 lots of profit for every 1 lot of profit if you were holding out for a higher price. And that's the same thing here. Obviously, you want to do it in moderation. You want to have some things that you really like and you want to hold because you believe it's actually got solid more value in terms of you believe it's going to really do well. Like there's some gaming, like Cypher, some gaming stuff that not now, but in the future when the game comes out and all this kind of thing, it's going to be huge. In my opinion, it doesn't mean I'm going to buy every single one, but it means I'm going to be more involved with believing in the price when let's say that I believe this will get to like 1 ETH at some point, and it fluctuates its price between 0.2 0.4, that kind of thing. Not all the time. Sometimes it takes a couple of weeks, sometimes it might take a month. That's why you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket, because you don't know how fast things are going to take. And definitely with me, I want to get some traction and profits under my belt more than anything, just so that I'm getting more involved, experience, and able to just play around more, basically, rather than just sit back and watch. So I'm going to leave the video there, everyone. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Any questions about any of the projects, you can let me know. Any questions about any generic or general NFT stuff, again, let me know. I'll upload this later. Hopefully you liked it. As you can see, pretty simple month. Didn't do a lot. I batched them in, I did a couple of different transactions under the same thing. And they seem to work out. Doesn't mean I didn't buy other things as well in the month, but not everything's going to sell instantly. So where I bought all this, of course, there was other things I bought which haven't yet gone up, but I believe in it, and the price that I bought in, I believe that it was a good price. You don't know when it's going to go up and down. You just got to do what you kind of the best educated experience. Well, best educated guess you would say, but it's more like I've researched the prices, the historical prices, and all that kind of thing to give me the correct sort of idea of where that price should be that I'm buying in. Again, the more that you're justified about the project, the more conviction you have on that purchase, rather than buying random stuff that you see you don't even know what they do. What is it? Is this a game? Is it a video? Or is it just a picture that looks cool? Like, you got to work out what's right for you. Anyway, enough of that. I leave it there. I'll see everyone on the next video. See ya. Bye.